So this is the third time I've done this. Each time's gotten a little stronger. I just haven't really figured out how strong my machine is, I guess. Weighs 13,000 pounds and has a 100 horsepower diesel motor on it. So I keep breaking the mounts. First time I did it, I welded a rigid mount system on there, and that broke after 2 hours. Then I welded a floating mount system, and that did a lot better. I've used it for several months, but it still wasn't quite strong enough. It had bent. You can see here where it has bent up a 1/4 inch steel and was ripping off the welds. Maybe that's not a function of the steel and more of my crappy welding jobs. So what I've done now is got some inch scrap, and I had slots cut in those for the floating part of it, and now I will weld this angle on here that's like a 1/2 inch thick, and I'll weld those up there like that. And then I picked up some these little gussets from the junk pile at the local machine shop. They sell me this stuff for 15 cents a pound. Pretty dang good. You can't hardly beat it. These are rejected parts, so I'll just weld those holes shut. And then these will go in that area to give strength to this top plate. And then I've got some 1/8 inch wall 2x4, 2x4 square tubing that's going to go under there and form feet. So I'll put a foot on each end and then tie it into the stiffener, and then I'll put a foot wherever I put one of these. I'll put a foot under the angle like that and weld it so that it has support that way all the way down along with one of these, something like that. So that's going to be today and possibly tomorrow's project. Then I'll pressure wash this thing down and sandblast some of the rust off, shoot a little paint on it, and it should be good to go a long time. This is a huge piece of metal here. Well, it's like 1/2 inch thick, square tube. And I will trim it so that it'll fit down in here on this, over this cutout, and pound that flat. And then that will be my like tree push bar for heavy brush. What I do is in this cutout, because the blade will swing out in this area, I will leave that cut out so when I come up against trees that are 4 or 5 inches around, I can ease up on them and it'll start cutting through them. That way I can cut down a bigger tree by taking passes, or by, just easing up on it and whacking it. Otherwise I'd have to push the tree down, and a 4 or 5 inch tree can be pretty strong. So this will give me a chance to get in and cut it in, start biting on it pretty good.